how many. I'm going to say 5.
Yeah.
But I really want to see it go at least 6.
Yeah.
I mean, 7. Make it fun.
See if Indiana can make it a fun tomorrow night, game 1. JB, awesome to have you. Thank you. Stephen A. and Company, first take.
I am not having a very good day. Not at all. I'll be damned if I'm going to have orange and blue skies. I'll be damned if I'm going to have orange and blue skies. I don't like some of the stuff that's going on, okay? But here's what I do like. It's Wednesday. That means it's a doggy-dog world. And my man Jay Williams is in the house, too. Molly, she's here, too. We'll get to that in a second and all of that other stuff. We know how that goes. And Whitney's coming on the show later because break some stuff down as we get set for the NBA Finals. Stephen A. Smith in the house. You know what that means. Holla at your boy. Woo.
The Knicks are facing elimination for the second consecutive game.
New York's turnovers, and I think the pace of the game is so fast, and it favors Indiana.
Halliburton to the hole.
Oh, my goodness. Indiana just playing a lot harder than New York did.
Indiana Pacers with the win and a berth in the finals.
There's disappointment because you fall short of what your goal is.
Sucks, man. Simple as that. It sucks.
You know what I don't appreciate, Mad Dog? It's like, Mad Dog's here, J-Will. Oh, and Molly. The tone change?
Every day. I'm only here once in a while. So
Well, I don't like the way I'm treated.
Tone change.
I don't like the way I'm treated. I mean, I don't feel like Molly's got nothing but love for me off camera because she knows I'm her brother. I got her back. But on camera, she treats me like the fair weather stepchild. I don't appreciate it. I just don't appreciate it at all. So, I'm like, no, I'm not going to give you the love on camera because you don't appreciate it. Doggy appreciates the love. Jay appreciates the love. Kimberly, can't wait to see her. She appreciates the love.
I can't wait to see
Janae appreciates his love. Even Monica McNutt appreciates the love, but not Molly. Not Molly. So that's how
Doggy, I can't wear pocket handkerchiefs anymore. I mean, I can't even walk the streets no more.
I heard that, and I just took mine out because Miss Molly here didn't like it. So,
Really?
and my mother.
Really? That's
My wife didn't like it either.
Really?
Doggy.
That's what we're doing today? Okay.
Yes.
Doggy, here's the deal. First of all, this is a real pocket square, ladies and gentlemen, not a piece of paper from a fax machine that Jay got the other day. This is a real pocket square, number one. And number two, Molly, I must say, that outfit is slamming. I mean, I like the look. I like the way it looks. I like it. It's nice, Molly. It's nice. Way to go. Way to go.
Appreciate you. Yep.
Once a month.
Beat me down to start the show, then try to throw a compliment. Yeah, I see what's happening.
There you have it.
All right, let's get to the New York Knicks, gentlemen. They have fired their head coach, Tom Thibodeau, on Tuesday. The decision comes 3 days after the Knicks were ousted from the Eastern Conference Finals in 6 games by the Indiana Pacers. Thibodeau, who surpassed Pat Riley earlier this season to rank 4th on the franchise list in victories, led the Knicks to back-to-back 50-win seasons for the first time since '95 and led New York to their deepest playoff run in 25 years. Here's a statement from Knicks team president Leon Rose. Our organization is singularly focused on winning a championship for our fans. This pursuit led us to the difficult decision to inform Tom Thibodeau that we've decided to move in another direction. We can't thank Tom enough for pouring his heart and soul into each and every day.
But it's like he's trying to run a one-man band out there. Behind his seat. And he's coming. This is a make-or-break season for him. He's got to make an impact. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all you beautiful people out there across YouTube joining our show this morning. We got a lot going on, obviously a lot of big conversation. People in New York, some people are pissed off, some people are happy. A lot of people are talking about a lot of things. Obviously, at the bottom of the screen there, you see what we're talking about today. The New York Knicks have fired head coach Tom Thibodeau. And I'm just telling you right now, a lot of people are up in arms, including a lot of people, analysts, media people. Stephen A. Smith had a rant going on, a lot of shit going on. But people in the building right now, it is the 4th, okay? We're Wednesday, cruising through the month of June. Everybody live right now. Welcome back to the Brandon Mason Show. And look, I'm just saying, people that are coming here right now, you know, we did live streams on here. We had the Knicks games on here. We do NFL. We do NBA. We do a lot in the building. Today's a sports conversation. Look, a lot of people, you know, woke up and yesterday and said, yeah, the Knicks, they didn't pull it out all the way. You know what I'm saying? They didn't pull it all the way. But let's be honest, right? Like, how hard is it, to get all the way to the pinnacle for any team, right? You talk about Tom Thibodeau, the amount of opportunities he had, but how great he was as a coach, realistically, bringing them all the way to consecutive seasons, obviously get into the NBA playoffs, one game short or one series short of getting to an NBA championship against OKC. The Pacers pulled that out. And now people are like, what the hell is going on? I'm going to tell you right now, I got a lot of videos on here and things I want to talk about. But realistically, people, look, I can tell you right now, I go back in time, go and play in college football. And when I first get out there and your coach gets fired after the first year, like, wait a second, you recruited me here first and foremost. And look, I'm not comparing college to the NFL, but I will tell you this. With the NIL situation, all the people being, transferred, players being traded, people staying back in college, and they want to declare for the draft, and then they want to go. People right now watching across YouTube right now, we're talking about the New York Knicks. If you're watching live right now, everybody put Knicks in the chat right now. Let all the people coming into the building right now know what we're talking about. Everybody watching, put Knicks in the chat. Put New York in the chat. Let people know what we're diving into this morning. And people that are coming in here going, damn, I was watching these games. The Knicks did pretty damn good. No? I mean, the Knicks had a pretty damn good season. One short of getting to an NBA championship setup, and it didn't work out. And they go, you know what, Tom Thibodeau, you're out of here. Now, people in the chat right now, let me welcome you. RB in the building, Lisa, Lala, Tracy, Donald J. Plump in the building, George Pearson, how are you feeling? Candy, how are you? Let me scroll up and see Jeff Lee. Hammer Time in the building. Everyone, let me scroll up and see who the hell out. Rogers in the house, how are you? You see them crowns going out there early this morning. The people communicated in the chat. We love and appreciate you coming into the building right now. Why the hell did they fire their coach? You know what I'm saying? People coming into the chat. The expectations, the levels that they have nowadays, the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, you can go on MLB, the ownership, they're looking at those coaches going, we want to win now. We're going to dive into that in a second. But you take a look at the bottom of the screen. New York Knicks, Thibs, fired. Let's move on here. Take a look. Let me show you the bottom of the screen what we're talking about today. New York Knicks, are the players confused? Will they be confused? How do they move on from that? Do the owners have unrealistic expectations? We're going to that too. Jets and Giants, similar feelings. Not winning games, not getting anywhere near what the Knicks did, and they're still out there hanging on by a thread to some coaches out there, some players. The New York Knicks, they offered Tom Thibodeau what? I'm going to tell you what they offered him and let you guys know what he turned down and then what's next for Tom. We're going to dive in that today. People coming into the building right now. If you're watching live in the chat right freaking now, let me tell you something. I'm looking at this screen going, damn, he was there, now he's gone. Make some noise! People in the chat, look, here's the thing. When I took a look and watched the whole series, I watched all the games. Obviously, you guys come in here and you guys join me. Brendan's in the building. Welcome to the show. If you're new to the chat today, let me know right now. Look, take a look at this right now. Roger said first 2 seasons, 50-plus wins in the first 2 seasons. Here's what I'm saying. And I'm not telling that they don't have the reason for firing. A lot of owners can say, we didn't like him. He did X, Y, Z behind closed doors. We don't know about a lot of things. But I will tell you this. Just based off of winning percentages, just based off of showing up, he's on the list of top 4 or top 5 all-time winning percent or something like that. But the problem is he got there. The Knicks thought this year they had an NBA championship. The Knicks thought this year they were going to win the whole entire thing. That's the one thing right now. They had Jalen Brunson. I will tell you this. I like Jalen Brunson. A little bit on the smaller side, my opinion. Look, I'm 6'3". I think Jalen Brunson's 6'3", 6'4", something like that. Whatever, maybe 6'2", I don't know. But at the end of the day, he's my size. I have friends in college, right, playing basketball when I was at Pitt, and then I obviously went to the Giants, had about a knee injury, and you're around all these players, and you come down to Miami, you're around these players. These people are standing, your average height, you're 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", all of this 7 foot, whatever, 6'2", 6'3" is a little small. We'll get into Jalen Brunson in a minute. And Karl Anthony Towns and Smart. We're going to get to all that in a second. But they fired their coach after a season that they were this close, right? And I started taking a look at it going, maybe his style. What did he do? He was friends with the staff. He was really good friends with the owners. I mean, he was out there, obviously spent a lot of time with them, spent a lot of time with the players. But here's what I will tell you that people are not talking about. They had a meeting. The owners called the players, the starting players, into a meeting, and they asked the question. This is conversation, and this is some of the information that I got from behind the scenes and players that are playing and friends that I know that are in the scenes, obviously out in New York as well. I'm from that area. I'm down here in Miami right now. I will tell you this. They said they pulled those players into a meeting one-on-one and asked those starters what they felt about Tom Thibodeau. How do they feel about Tom Thibodeau? Should he be there? Should he stay there? The result is he's fired. So here's what I'm saying. If every single starter walked into the owner's office and said, no, I want Tom to be here. I love the coach. Let's keep him. I'm not saying the owners are 100% going to keep him. But what I'm saying is you got a better damn chance of actually being there still if the players all liked you, is all I'm saying. People watching live in the building right now, smack that damn like button. If you're in the building right now watching live, let me take a look at it right now. If you're watching live, we got over 60 people in the building. Everybody right now, smack that like button. If you're watching live in the chat right now, if you're on your mobile device, double tap your screen. We're talking about the simple fact that, and I got some notes here that I put on my damn phone because I said, you know what, let me talk about this. I had to call the coach. I brought this up. You get to, you're following the rebuilding of your team, right? They get there. The Knicks are bringing in players. They're winning games. They are one series away from an NBA championship run, right? And they get beat by the Pacers, who happen to have a pretty damn good team, right? A lot of people are saying OKC is going to smack them in the NBA playoffs. A lot of people are saying they're going to smack them in the NBA playoffs. But I'm just saying, you rebuild this roster, you bring in your coach, you got winning seasons. He's on the top of the list. I believe it was, like I said, top 4, top 5 of all time. And he's got a good winning percentage. He's changing the program around. It's been a long time, 20, 25 years since the Knicks have gotten to the point where they're about to win an NBA championship. So at the end of the day, I'm like, damn, he did a pretty damn good job, right? Is this the season? In the chat, watching live right now, whether you love NBA, don't love NBA, was this a good time to fire the coach? Yes or no? I'm asking you guys live in the building right now because a lot of people would say there's other reasons. There's other reasons to fire your coach, right? Yes or no? And I'm just telling you, watching this guy pop up on the screen throughout the game, he always had this look on his face, right? Like determination. How did he relate to the players? I don't know, right? I don't know. But like I said, I just gave you from the grapevine the people coming and telling me, people that are on the scenes, people that are in the locker room, people that I've talked to said, look, they had meetings with every single starter of the New York Knicks, and the owners asked them directly, hey, would you want to see Tom Thibodeau here next season? Do you believe that he is going to be the coach that's going to take us to the NBA championship next season? And I will tell you this. I seen Jalen Brunson running crazy out there. I seen him give 150%. I don't think there was anything left in the tank. Honestly, for the New York Knicks. But I will tell you this. The way that they had those players playing the entire second half at time, did you see that? They had players, Tom Thibodeau, one thing I will tell you that I think was a negative. There were games where the entire starting lineup would play the entire second half of the game is all I'm saying. I'm looking at it going, damn, if anything, get those freaking backups in the game. You got to get a rotation going. I'm not saying they're your best players, but everybody knows if you're going to win an NBA championship, you better have some sort of bench. You know what I'm saying? You can't just have all the players, all the starters in the game. And you know what happens? They get into foul trouble, right? And we saw that. We saw them get in foul trouble for consecutive games. And you see it all the time. People in the chat right now watching live in the building. Byron Floyd came in and said, get trash guys out of New York. You want them out of there? I see people coming into the building right now. Let me pin that to the top. People in the chat, how are you feeling right now? We got 100 people in the building.
Make some noise!
Brim Life in the chat. Welcome to the live stream. Let me see all those names out there right now. If you're watching live right now, put what state you're based in right now in the chat. Drop your states in the chat right now because everyone that's coming into the building wants to communicate right now. Hammer time. How the hell are you feeling? Finally got you set up. I seen you out there on IG. So I'll be connecting with you today again. I seen that you confirmed that on Instagram. How are you guys feeling in the chat? Drop your states right now. And look, here's what I'm telling you. I've been around sports my whole life. I've seen coaches come and go my whole life. Melvin in the building. How you feeling? Said yes. In professional sports, sometimes only 7 guys will participate in crunch time. No, I agree. Melvin, I understand that. I'm not saying that you can't do that, but it's like, damn. They were talking about that, saying that's how they got in foul trouble, playing the whole second half. I do understand that it's possible. Remy in the building. How you feeling? Bruce in the house. Let's freaking go. I see all you guys coming in the building right now. Smack that damn like button. As you know, as soon as we hit 100 likes on the live stream, we got freaking people in here. As soon as we hit 100 likes on the live stream, we spin that wheel, give out money every single day. Now, that's the goal. Hit 100 likes in the chat, and we spin that freaking wheel. And everybody say what's up to people in the chat. If you see something in there you know, say what's up to them. If you've seen them before in the live stream, drop their name in the chat right now. Let me see who you pick. Drop somebody's name in the chat right now. As we dive into this, we're talking about the simple fact that the New York Knicks came off a season to remember, though, is all I'm saying. People in the chat, they came off a season to remember is why I'm getting to this point. Like, I've seen people go, shit, we had a horrible year. If you go back and look at the teams, and I'm going to go through it in just 1 second. By the way, New York has their own problem. The Jets, the Giants, shit. New York right now, I thought this would put them on the map a little bit. Like, New York is building up. They might be back. I'm going to dive into the Jets and the Giants in just 1 second and explain the similar feelings that they're having over there with the coaching staff, with the players on the roster. But look, hold on a second. Tom Thibodeau brought them to the playoffs again. Tom Thibodeau got them a lot of winning seasons and has done pretty damn good. And this year, the reason why it's hard to swallow for a lot of people is they were this shy of getting to an NBA championship, right? You know, you have the Eastern, you got the different final. Then you get to the main event. They are 1-2 games away, and they're playing for an NBA championship. That's the shittiest part of the whole thing. People watching live right now in the building coming in. Who's new? Stacy in the house right now. And if you're watching live for the first time in the chat right now, say first time so we can shout you out. If you're watching live right now in the chat, say first time in the chat right now so we can shout you out. Let me put it in here. Smack that like button. Everybody watching live. Bang, I just dropped it in. Let me pin that to the top in the building right now. Who's the best NBA player in the league right now? If you're watching live, I don't care if they're in the playoffs or not in the NBA Finals, who's the best player in the NBA right now? A lot of people are saying a lot of things, right? You take a look around the roster. People always said LeBron James was amazing. Then they went to, they started going Anthony Edwards, amazing. Look, knocked out. You got the Pacers and OKC. And I'm just telling you, you're watching these two teams, there's some pretty damn good players on the court right now. By the way, Halliburton, I see people that are saying Halliburton coming into the chat. We got basketball in the building. Let me pin you to the top real quick. Coming in. We got a lot of people coming in for the first time. Welcome all the people. We always have a lot of people that come into the building, hundreds of people every morning and thousands of viewers every morning. But people that are coming in here right now, I'm just going to shout you out here. Daryl, how you feeling? Welcome to the live stream. We greatly appreciate you. Who is the best player in the NBA right now? I got to tell you, I watched Halliburton at first, said, okay, he's pretty good. I said, holy shit, this man is hitting shots. I got to tell you, as you watch the NBA through the regular season, you're like, there's some good play. Then you get to the postseason, and then you start seeing the game changers. You start seeing, holy shit, they're damn good, right? Ant-Man, we got people say Ant-Man in the building, right? Say he's pretty damn good. Who else here for the first time? We're going to shout you out right now in the building right now.
Make some noise!
And if you're sitting at home right now and you're stressed out,
Smoke weed every day.
that's all I'm saying. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? We move on to the piece I want to talk about right now. Are the players confused? I mean, now you take a look and you go, okay, Jalen Brunson, I'm showing up. This was my coach. This is what I'm doing. This is how we're playing. Yada, yada, yada. These are the play call. Now we got to switch the whole damn shit again. You know what I'm saying? Because the head coach that comes in next, he's not going to go, oh, let's run the same shit. It's going to be, okay, now let's switch all this shit up. Let's switch it all up, right? And the owners, by the way, when I get to the end of today's show, I'm going to tell you what they offered Tom Thibodeau. Even though they fired him, I'm going to tell you what they offered him. You're going to go, what? Like I'm telling you, I get information in just 1 second, so hold tight right there. And if you're watching live in the building right now, smack that like button. If you're on your mobile device, if you're on your phone, people watching live, you got to double tap your screen or hit those 3 dots, run that up. If we get to 100 likes on the show, which we can easily do, there's over 100 people in here right now. Everyone hits a like button, we're going to spin that wheel like this right here, and we're going to give out some money. That wheel, we're going to slide that damn thing over so you guys can see it right in the middle of the screen. We're going to slide it over so you guys can make some money today in the building. So people live right now, let me move on to a piece of the pie. The Knicks have unrealistic expectations. Yes or no? I mean, and it isn't even just the Knicks, right? Let's talk about the NFL owners, right? They have unrealistic expectations. They go, I'm going to get this guy, that guy, new coach, championship. This shit doesn't go like that. We've seen some teams do that, right? Like we've seen, go back and look at the Miami Heat when they brought in LeBron James, when they had Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, like they had a little setup. They brought him in. They won a championship. Then you trade, obviously, LeBron James. He goes he goes back to the Cavaliers. They win a championship. He goes to LA it might have been the player. You know what I'm saying? It might have been the player at that point. You might have some people on your team that are balling, but then you have that one unique player that does out of the ordinary type shit and help you win freaking basketball games. You know what I'm saying, people in the chat right now? If you're watching live on your phone, double tap your screen right now in the building. If you're watching live right now, let me pin some stuff to the chat right now. Let me pin some stuff to the chat. If you're watching live in the building, people are saying, matchup nightmare is Siakam. I see that. Derek B said, hit that damn like button if you want to make some money right now, baby. I'm pinning it to the top. People joining us live for the first time. We spin the wheel every day. As soon as we hit 100 likes on the platform during the show, we spin the wheel and we give out some damn money. So if you're watching, do that, baby, and spread the word. So look, right now in the chat, everybody, put Knicks in the chat right now. Everyone watching, put Knicks in the chat right now because more people are going to start running into the building talking about that. I want to talk about something else too. The Jets and the Giants have similar feelings. You know what I'm saying? We'll get to them. But look at this for a second. The New York Jets and the Giants, it's been years, right? It's been years. These two teams, I remember when they used to be good. I remember when I went back and watched even Eli Manning. I didn't even think Eli Manning was all that talented, to be completely honest with you, buddy. Apparently, he was pretty damn good. But it's like, you know what? He wasn't all athletic, but they were winning games. They won a Super Bowl. You look at the Jets. When's the last time they were good? I remember Darrelle Revis was my roommate in college, a buddy I knew for a long time out in Pittsburgh, whatever, was in our suite out there. Good guy, great player, went to the Jets, big-time contract, traded, getting traded. Revis Island, you guys know what I'm talking about. Great player out there, one of the best to ever play the position at cornerback, DB out there. But they have not been good for a very long time. And that's the thing. You take a look at the Knicks, you go, finally, a New York team steps up to get shit done. And you go, damn. Like, then you fire the coach. It's like, they broke them down. And that's why I'm trying to tell you. They broke them down and you go, shit. Now what are they going to do? They're going to pick up another coach? Hey, we're looking for a coach out here. They got to have something in mind. If they didn't have something in mind, they wouldn't have dropped his ass like a bad habit that damn fast. You know what I'm saying? Let me pin something to the top right here. Phil, how you doing? Phil Montana in the building. How you doing? Said maybe Jackson Dart can get shit done. Maybe, right? They took Jackson Dart out there. Let me see. Melvin Simon said these franchises are in the business of the NFL, which means they are in it for the money, period. Is that true? The New York Knicks, they had their coach. They dropped him like a bad habit, and they go, okay, now what are we going to do? Like, they got rid of Tom. The next person that steps in line, like, what are we going to do with him now? You know what I mean? Like, the problem that I see, okay, is that you build, when you move as a coach, right, you move your whole family. And if you move down the street, no problem. But if you're coaching out in L.A., and then you move and you coach in New York, right, and you coach for a couple years, you make a lot of money. I'm not saying you don't make a lot of money. What I'm saying is you show up, you got families, you got kids. You know what I'm saying? And when you got kids, you're like, hey, my kid is in this private school. And most NFL owners obviously put their kids in private school. And they're like, we're going to move you now. You got fired. So now when you leave and you move to Oklahoma or you move to Florida or you move to California, you move to New Orleans, wherever you go to get that next coaching job, you show up. And the first thing they say to your kids, especially if they're in high school, is your dad got fired. Like, your dad got fired and now you're here. We don't want you. You got fired. You know what I'm saying? So these are some of the things that kids deal with, especially if you have a son, right? NBA basketball, you show up, this stuff's conversation. But now you got to rebuild everything, right? right? That's what it's like to be in, obviously, in a professional position. Let me put this back in the chat real quick. Smack that like button. Let's get it built up in the building right now. Let me pin that to the top. Hold on a second. There we go. People watching live right now. If you're in the chat right now, you are a subscriber of the show, put a Y in the chat right now. If you are a subscriber of the show, put a Y in the chat right now. I want to see who's in the building right now. Diggs in the building. What's going on, Diggs? How you feeling? Welcome to the damn live stream, Diggs. Where the hell you been at? In the building. If you are a subscriber, by the way, we have all these new features that are going to be popping up. And we cover, if you're new to the chat right now, let us know. We cover, obviously, the Diddy case in here. Trump, we cover everything right in the building. But right now, we had to get to the next piece of the pie. And this is, realistically, how these owners are feeling. You know the Miami Dolphins, right? The Miami Dolphins, they show up, they go out and they get, Tyreek Hill. They got Tua. I'm giving this example because they get out there and they play, and then they get their coach and all that. And you're like, okay, we got to win right now. Fire coach. Get this. Fire coach. Get this. Fire coach. How many times can you fire your coach before you go, we got to start from the ground up somewhere? And that's why I'm saying these legit players out here are showing up. It is a business. I get it completely. It is a complete business. Let's move over here for a second. Do you know the Knicks, they fired him and they said, you know what? We're going to offer you an office position. You know what I'm saying? They said, hey, by the way, Tom, you're fired, but we want to offer you a position in the office. He was like, what the fuck? He was like, no. He denied the. Now, I will tell you this. There's nothing wrong with taking a position. There's nothing wrong with taking a position after being fired and being like, I still want to work in the office. Just because it didn't work out for you being the head coach doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. If you're in the chat right now and you're watching live in the building right now, I greatly appreciate you in the chat. Hold on a second. Unlucky's got something to say. Everyone say to Unlucky, get the out of here. Tell Unlucky, get the out of here. But don't put the whole, you know what I'm saying? Just get the F out of here. Everybody in the chat, tell Unlucky what time it is. Watch how fast he's got to skedaddle out of the damn building right now. People in the chat, not happy. Maybe he's not happy about the firing. Maybe he is happy about the firing. I have no idea what the hell is going on, that dude. That dude's upset because of what? I have no idea. You get those trolls that come into the chat. Unless he's not talking to me, I don't know what the hell is going on with his situation. But we got 200 people in the building.
Make some noise!
And I told you, if you're stressed out, sit back and do what?
Smoke weed every day.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't like what you're hearing, Unlucky, I don't know what your problem is. Or maybe he's talking to someone else. I don't really know, I'll be honest with you. But look, the reason why this was an important conversation today is because in the NFL, more than likely NFL, NBA, it's what have you done for me lately, right? And I've been saying this since last year, and it is just a simple message, a quote we've heard from a lot of people, not just saying I'm the first person to come up with this shit. I'm just saying, it's what have you done for me lately? You win NBA basketball games, great. You get to the postseason, you're in the playoffs, you're winning games, you're on the big stage. We've been watching these games right here. You guys saw it. Winning these big-time games, Jalen Brunson running like a crazy person all over the court, hitting game winners. It was like the national broadcast highlights. You've seen Jalen Brunson doing this all the time. And then they go, shit, we got beat by the Pacers. We didn't make it. Hey, a couple days later, hey, Tom, meet me in the office. You're like, okay. If they tell you as a player, hey, bring your playbook, just so you guys know in the chat. JJ Davis in the building. Welcome to the live stream. We greatly appreciate you. By the way, everybody in the chat right now, drop your lucky numbers. We talk sports. Drop your lucky numbers in the chat right now. If you had a jersey on, what would be on your number? Drop it on there right now in the building if you're watching live. And by the way, if you're watching live, on your computer, we can call you into the show, just so you guys know. The cell phones, we have an update from production that will be fixed next week. But right now, all of computers, technology, you can call into the show anytime. We just set it up and you call into the building. People in the chat right now watching live, there's some haters. There's some trolls that come into the chat. They come into the chat. We got to welcome them trolls. But they get a little crazy. We got to put them in their place. But maybe he's upset about it in the chat right now. In the chat, was it a good decision or a bad decision? In the chat, for them to fire. Good or bad? I'm going to drop it in there. Good or bad? And look, I don't know. I'm asking you this question because there's always something going on that we don't talk about. There's always something that we don't know behind the scenes. Hell, it could have been that he went on a date with the owner's wife for all we know. We don't know anything. I'm just saying right now, do you think it was a wise decision when they, if they fire him based upon the season? And I'm asking you guys to get an idea. I don't know more than you guys know, except for the fact that I got a phone call that they said the players all met with the owner. The players all walked, the starters, by the way, the starters walked in there and had a meeting with the owner. And they were like, by the way, we didn't, apparently they didn't want him there. Is all I'm trying to get to right now. And here's the problem. When I take a look at the expectations, right? That's what I want to show you. The expectations for the New York Knicks, right? And the expectations, not even for just the Knicks, but NFL, NBA owners. I mean, look, come on, let's be honest. You're bringing in players all the time. You're bringing in coaches all the time. You get to a certain point where you're like, you know what? I want to win now. And the goal for him was, I want to win now. Not next year, not 2 years, not 3 years. I want to win now. Tom Thibodeau got them all the way just short of getting to an NBA Finals. By the way, do you think if he would have got them to the NBA championship and they lost, do you think they would have fired him still? In the chat, do you think they would have fired Tom Thibodeau if he would have got to the NBA championship? I'm not saying win the championship. I'm saying if they would have beat the Pacers and they got to the championship and they were back and forth with OKC and they lost, do you think they would fire Tom Thibodeau still? Because that's what I'm starting to think right now, because the fact that he was right there, he got fired anyways, like he had it coming for him. You know what I'm saying? Damn it, he could have won the championship and got fired at this point. That I'm taking a look at it right now. I'm taking a look at people in the chat right now. Holy shit, the people that are coming to the building, a lot of people are still dropping their states in the chat. Let me pull it up so I can see what you guys are talking about right now in the building right now. Everybody, if you're watching live real quick, if you're watching live right now in the building, drop somebody's name in the chat. You see someone in the chat right now, one more time. Put somebody's name in the chat that you see that's typing. Drop their name in the chat right now. If you see someone typing in the building right now, drop their name in the chat right now. I'm going to see who you guys pick in the building right now. You know what? The more I keep thinking about this, and I got videos of all kind of stuff. I show videos all the time on this platform. You guys know that. I show tons of videos, tons of things that people can go in and see. I got a video that I want to show you guys, like legit right now. If I pull up my phone, I see so many different videos, right, of on TikTok, on Instagram, and I see Stephen A. Smith just going absolutely bananas. Stephen A., and I got the video right here for you guys. I should just pull it up on the damn screen. Stephen A. got up there and he went berserk. He was not happy. Let me hold on a second. Here we go. Here. Let me send this out right now. This is what I want to show you. Here's some of the clips right now that I want you guys to see. Let me know how you're feeling. Because, look, you get all the way to a damn NBA. Like, all I'm saying is I think Tom Thibodeau actually did some great things this year, right? He did some great, and he did some things last year. If you keep going on in the chat right now, stupid police in the building, how are you feeling in the chat right now? People coming into the building. Everybody, while I'm getting ready to send this off for you guys to see, everybody in the chat right now, type in the chat Knicks right now as you get ready to see this video. I'm going to drop this up for you guys to see. I got 2 videos right now that I want you guys, and I even have an AI video that came from Tom Thibodeau that was pretty interesting. But yeah, let's take a look at these 2. These are some of the takes that people are bringing to the attention that I think you guys actually should hear. So let me pull it up on the screen right now. And all the people in attendance right now, are you guys watching on your phones or are you guys watching on your computers? Trying to get a running tally right now to see where you guys are watching this shit from. Because when I pull it up on the screen, I want to make sure that I can see how you guys are viewing it right now in the chat. Here we go. We got our 2 videos I want to pull up right now that are in the chat right now. So you're watching live. 1 second as I pull these up. I want to pull these up earlier, but there were some things we couldn't show. Here we go. Here's Stephen A. Part 1. Let me play this one real quick as I get ready to pull this up. Take a look at this video right here. Let me get Stephen A. on the damn building right now. Here we go.
Why the hell is he out of a job? Again. He's not flawless. Again. There have been times where I've been critical of Tom Thibodeau, no doubt. But for him to guide the Knicks as deep as they did, for him to up in Boston And I don't want to hear about no injury to Jason Tatum because Jason Tatum went down with about a couple of minutes left in Game 3, and the Knicks were about to go up 3-1. And he was healthy when the Knicks beat Boston Games 1 and 2 in Boston of that Eastern Conference semifinal series.
Look, people will have their way about it. I will tell you this. You know Stephen A. He hates the Cowboys, but loves the Knicks. But there's different takes on this, right? There's different takes. Let's take a look at this one right now. This was important. Take a look at this video. And so that was the whole point I was talking about too. Like, the bench players, did they have the right rotation? And when I brought that situation up a minute ago, I said, I think they were going to fire him regardless. Like, even if he got to an NBA championship and he played against OKC right now, it didn't even matter. It was like he was on the verge of being fired regardless. So that's why when some people are surprised, I'm not saying, like, I don't think he got fired because of how great or how they did play or how they didn't play. Like, that's the whole thing. By the way, here's a clip I want to show you too about how I believe, honestly, this could be the ceiling, like the New York Knicks, the ceiling of how they were playing. Like, were they playing at the best that they actually were going to get to?
The current Knicks team is constructed. The ceiling is what we just witnessed. Because last time I checked, Indiana isn't going away. Cleveland will be back. Teams like Orlando, you got to watch out for. Boston, you can't summarily dismiss. Tom Thibodeau. Why the hell is he out of a job? Again. He's not flawless. Again. There have been times where I've been critical of Tom Thibodeau, no doubt. But for him to guide the Knicks as deep as they did, for him to upend Boston, and I don't want to hear about no injury to Jason Tatum because Jason Tatum went down with about a couple of minutes left in Game 3, and the Knicks were about to go up 3-1. And he was healthy when the Knicks beat Boston Games 1 and 2 in Boston of that Eastern Conference semifinal series. So I'm looking at all of that, and I'm saying, yo, we got to call it like it is. We got to call it like he see it. Look at the roster of the New York Knicks. Tom Thibodeau is a defensive-minded coach. Is it possible? Is it plausible? Does it make sense, ladies and gentlemen, for us to look at Leon Rose and the New York Knicks and say, yo, you kind of compromised him because he's a defensive-minded coach, and that you kept Hartenstein and a Julius Randle and a Dante DiVincenzo and your picks. You could have got this far. And you'd be in a better position to go out there and, let's say, get a Giannis Antetokounmpo. But the likelihood of that happening is slim now. And it's just something about it that don't feel right, that don't seem right.
You know, and when I take a look at that video, look at Stephen A., look at all the people that are in the media, too, are like, you know, obviously you have to put together a team. And you think about it as an owner of a team, you hire within. If you're a sports owner, some people come from, they're a billionaire because they do whatever they do, not even in sports. They buy a team, might not even know what they're doing. They buy a team, and they start putting people together. You got to let those coaches do what they do. They've been doing it for a long time. They probably played basketball, a lot of them. Some of them maybe didn't, but they were part of the game for a long, long time, right? You take a look at it, and they look at the panel. All the people on the panel are like, damn, like the Knicks are almost there. They let go of their coach. This is something that happens all the time in sports. I'm not saying it's the first time, but let's take a look at the panel here when they're talking with Stephen A., the whole panel
I
here.
almost threw something at my TV, and y'all know me enough to know that my TV's pretty big and pretty fly, pretty expensive. I almost broke it because I was really ticked off that happened. I'm like, now you're going to hit those shots. Ooh, it ticked me off, but that's just me being petty. They were the better team. They knew they had a home court situation. They couldn't afford to lose Game 6 because they didn't want to come back to the Garden for Game 7. They came out in the third quarter and outscored the Knicks by 11 points. Pascal Siakam shot like 57% from the field, scored about 10 points in the third quarter. Thomas Bryant, of all people, comes off the bench, hits a couple of threes, scores 8 pivotal points. Faces began to run him out of there, and then Halliburton came in and closed in the fourth quarter. The New York Knicks were on demand. You know, you find yourself looking at the series, it's like there is this feeling that there is one that got away. Yes, Indiana was the better team because they were deeper. They're exceptionally well coached by Rick Carlisle. And we knew that they were prepared to go deep and to make this series a long series because they were confident that their legs would be fresh and they would be able to outlast the New York Knicks, and that ended up exactly being what happened. But you do find yourself looking at that Game 1 where the Knicks had a 17-point lead with over 6 minutes left, a 14-point lead with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left, a 9-point lead with 52 seconds left, and said if the New York Knicks hadn't won that game, in all likelihood, there would be a Game 7 at Madison Square Garden tonight. So maybe tomorrow,
we'll feel a bit differently. Maybe next week we'll feel a bit differently. But this morning, right now, as we speak, it just...
And I got the video of Tom Thibodeau walking out of the building. Let me see if I can pull that up. Tom Thibodeau coming out going, damn. By the way, I look at his name, I'm like, Thibodeau. Like, you know, I say his name, make sure you say the shit right. Tom Thibodeau. Here we are right here in the building. By the way, we're live every day, 10 to 11, every day Eastern Standard Time. Let me see if I pull it up. Here we go. We got the video of Tom here cruising out of the office, out of the building, not feeling too good. I can tell you that right now. Here's the clip. Take a look at it right here. What does that feel like, right? Like people coming to the chat right now. What does that feel like? You're coaching a franchise and you're having success, right? It's not you're coaching franchise, you're getting your ass beat every game. You're having success. You got players on there. You made some trades. You got some picks. Life is good. And I just showed you that video. People are saying, let's see that again. I got people here on another chat here saying, let's see that again on another screen. Coming from Instagram. We got to show that one again. People did the outcome. I mean, no one wants to feel like that, right? But let's be honest. You get to a point where you're making a lot of money, right? We take a look at this contract. You're making a lot of money. You're first off, you're in one of the biggest media places in the world in New York City, right? So I put up Tom Thibodeau, his contract, right? $11 million per year, right? Some of these players are making 40, 50 million a year. The surprise move took place ahead of Thibodeau's 3-year contract extension signed last year that was set to start with 2026 season. The deal was worth roughly $11 million per year, according to someone familiar with the details, and ranked tied for 6th among the highest paid NBA coaches. Knicks on the hook for a $30 million contract extension. He's had some success there. And the whole point is, and you guys here sitting at home, you guys now I'm looking at the chat right now for a minute and see what's going on here in the chat. When I take a look at as a player on that standpoint, you play, you lose, they move you around, they got 5 other people at your position, you get benched, whatever that happens. But when you take a look at the coach is running everything. The players look at the coach. They come to the sideline, they come off the court, they're talking to the coach. The coach is directing traffic. A lot of teams where you have obviously a LeBron James on your team, you go back to the Michael Jordans of the world, you have these all-stars on the court. They're doing a lot of coaching on the court, like Tom Brady in the huddle. It's like having a coach on the field. But then you go to the coach, right? When you lose your coach, you start getting really confused, right? Like you're like, damn, fired his ass. We got all the way there. By the way, Deborah, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much for the compliment. I greatly appreciate you. I just took a look back at the chat. Thank you so much, Deborah. You mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. You're still here. I hope you're still here. And people in the chat right now, if you're watching live, we're 10 to 11 every single day talking sports entertainment. If you're in the building right now, drop your state one more time in the chat, people. Drop your state, drop your city in the chat one more time. Let all the new people coming into the building know what's going on. Let them know where you're based at, because people are like, where are the people from? Let them know right now. Here come the states right now. We do this several times during our show because that's how we connect and build a community. Look at it. Look at the chat right now. We got Miami, right? That's me. We got Kentucky. We got Texas. We got Florida. We got Washington in the house. We got Wisconsin, and specifically northern Wisconsin in the building. Oregon in the building. RP, Oregon. All these beautiful states coming in the chat. Boston out here. Ray Carter, how you feeling? Unlucky's out there in California. Melvin, Nola, okay, I see you out there. People in the chat right now, everyone that's coming into the building right now. We always have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people in the chat every single day. When we get into the specific details of a coach being fired, right? People are like, they're not so dialed in. You got to be dialed into sports to understand the nitty-gritty of what we're talking about right now. You got to be dialed in to get to what's really, when you get to a specific person, a specific coach, of what's going on. We do our live games. By the way, we're live for the NBA Finals, baby. We are live for the NBA Finals. We do all the games live tomorrow morning. We will also be, tomorrow evening live. We have the Pacers and OKC. Is that going to be a boring game? Yes or no? It's not like we have the Lakers and the Knicks or the Heat or whatever. It's okay. And I'm not knocking the states. I'm just telling you. Is this going to be a lot less of a massive watched segment because of the teams? Pacers, OKC, in the chat right now. Do you guys believe right now that even though you could be from that area, but in the chat right now, do you honestly believe that this is going to be not as watched? When I say that is, when you put these massive teams on there, these massive televised, do you believe that it's going to be a lot less watched, or do you think that there's going to be a big production and people are going to watch the game? I'm asking you guys that question because sometimes you get those dry-ass games. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You get them dry-ass games, people in the chat. How you feeling? Yo, Little Melting Pot. Little Melting Pot said Tom looks like he needed to change his diaper walking. Make sure you refresh your screens right now, people. People want to see Tom Thibodeau walk out of there again. Hold up. And this was a good take. I want to show this again. This was a good take. I think this is important to watch. I said this. I believe they were going to fire him regardless. I don't think it had to do with not getting to the NBA championship. I mean, I'm sure they fell short and they were unhappy with some of the things, how the roster was looking. But this is the take I want to show you guys one more time about this piece right here.
A combined 80 minutes a game.
And I will say this. I just saw that message in the chat right now from Jeff Lee in the building. Charles, how you feeling? Ray, Melvin, Candy, if you're here for the first time in the chat right now, put first time. If you didn't say, I'm going to shout you out right now. If you were here for the first time, make sure you put first time in the chat. I'm going to shout you out. And make sure you on your phone, double tap your screen. We're live every day, Monday through Friday, 10 to 11. And we always have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and sometimes thousands of people in our live stream at one time. This was an important conversation. And Jeff Lee, I got to tell you something. I agree wholeheartedly. That message I had to pin to the top right now, I'm ready for the NFL. I'm not going to lie. I'm ready for the NFL for a lot of reasons. I love watching basketball. It's a great thing to watch. And let me tell you something. It's a great thing to watch when NFL's not on. I happen to love basketball. It's a great sport. Like I said, let me say it again. I love basketball. We cover it. I love that they let us cover it. They don't give us a hard time. We put the logos on it. We do everything on the screen. They treat us well. And they even, when we have some copyright stuff, we send it to them and they eliminate it and say, no, you're good to use it. So we thank them so much. But what I'm saying is, when I take a look at watching the games, and I cannot, NFL comes back on and we cannot wait. We got Thursday night. We had last year, Thursday night. We had some Friday night stuff. We got Saturday games. We got college football. We got Sunday night. We got Monday night. And by the way, I can't stand when they go, on Peacock. I'm like, man, on Amazon Prime. Dude, can you just put the game on TV? Like, making so much damn money in the chat. Everybody watching live, put your favorite team in the chat. If you already did, type it again. I see some people already doing it. I see people already coming into the building right now, dropping their teams, baby. I cannot wait for the NFL freaking season. I'm so pumped up. I'm so pumped up. You guys already know. I cannot wait for it, baby. Hold on. Roger said something. He got something for all you people in the chat. He said, you guys want to see the Eagles win again already? Who believes in that? Who thinks the Eagles are going to win again? By the way, this is going to be a hell of a channel to be watching. I'm telling you right now, live in the morning every day. This is going to be the place to be in the morning. I got the live guests already scheduled. I had to do it up and running early in the morning. I had a lot of people coming to the chat talking about it right now. Who's the better team in the chat? Let me see it one more time. We got Eagles fans. We got Cowboys fans. We got Texans fans. We got Steelers fans. We got Packers fans in the chat right now. Let me scroll up. Who else we got in the building? There's a lot of Cowboys fans in here. There's a lot of Cowboys fans in here. He said, Ray said Patriots. I'm ashamed, of a minute. But hey, I'm a homer. Got to tell you, Patriot fans out there ready for something too. Ready for something in the chat. Giants all day. Phil Montana said Giants all day. Jay Warren, I'm a Niners fan, and we gave up so much. Listen, Brock Purdy If you're watching live right now and you cannot wait for the NFL season, smack that like button right now on your phone. All you got to do is double tap the screen, people. If you're watching live for the first time, we have a wheel that we spin on the show as soon as we hit 100 likes every damn day. Astro in the building. Let's go, said go Pack, go. Hammer time, Buffalo Bills and Green Bay Packers. Okay, we got Bandito said Skull Vikings. Here we go. Hey, Vikings got something. They were on a roll. They had some good stuff. Will they get their quarterback situation set up properly? Hopefully they do. Here we go, more Eagles fans. Sam Fran. Listen, look at all the people coming in. People cannot wait to talk NFL. I can't wait either. I got to tell you, I love covering everything on here. Justin, how you feeling? I appreciate you. I love covering all the NBA stuff, but I will tell you, when it comes to the NFL season, it's going to get lit. And here, our special guest will be on here hanging out with us. I can't wait. That's what we're set up for. People, listen. And if you're watching live right now, if you have computers, okay, if you have a laptop or you have a computer and you can log in, you can watch the show in the mornings, make sure you do that, okay? Because I'm going to be able to call you in. The cameras, the phones, for some reason, wherever people are located, with the whole new system right now that we have a massive system. It is a huge, if I show you a whole studio tour of our studio, you will see it. But the thing is, because of the cell phone connections where people are based at sometimes, it's not working properly. So we're getting that adjusted. But right now, all the computers work. If you got a computer or a laptop, you can call in anytime. Make sure if you have it, get set up on that in the morning, because I dropped a link. You can pop in. Even like right now, pop in right now. You can talk with me about and you come on the screen, your video, your sound, everything. And then I also have just audio coming through from live callers coming in. So we have all that being set up. You better get ready to go for the NFL season. We are going to be rocking and rolling with tons of action on this channel every freaking morning. I can't wait for that. People watching live in the building right now. Martell Webster in the building said Detroit Lions won pride. All you beautiful people in the chat, let me go on here and close out the poll real quick, because people are voting on the poll right there. Said it's good move, bad move in the chat right now. People are coming into the chat. You know we're talking NBA, but when it gets to the NFL season, you guys better be ready for it to get hype in here. And you know we got the Diddy coverage. All the information on Diddy, you know we're going to bring that to your attention. You know I had to show you this right here. The Diddy coverage. Donald Trump, will he pardon Diddy? All that conversation is coming back here. I believe tomorrow we have a big update on all that. Tomorrow morning there will be thousands of people in the live stream for that. Ray, I greatly appreciate you. Get ready, because when it gets some of these controversial topics, right? Talking about Trump, will he pardon Diddy? Is Diddy innocent or guilty? All those kinds of topics right here on our channel get out of control with thousands of people coming into the building. So I greatly appreciate it in the chat right now. Astro said Pelicans, Packers, Pirates. Coincidentally, I like PT. I like that. I see what you got going on over there. People in the chat, Banditos, Predators got to stick together. Holy shit in the chat right now. If you are a subscriber of the show, put a Y in the chat right now. If you are a subscriber of the show right now, everybody watching live, if you got your phones, if you got your computers, if you are a subscriber of this show, put a Y in the chat right now. Put a Y, baby. Put it once, put it twice, put it 3 times. I don't give a damn. I want to make sure you guys are here loud and clear. I appreciate you. Even when you agree with me, when you don't agree with me, I'm still going to show you love. I'm still going to treat you the same as everybody else, and I will connect with you in the live stream, and I will end the show with this. You guys, here's why this show is important and why our shit is growing faster than ever. You go back, look at our screen, over 62,000 subscribers now. The reason why we're building so fast is because all of you beautiful people in the chat, number one. And number two, every single live stream, I communicate with you guys right here. I'm telling you this again because it's so important. Charles, I see you on here. The reason why I say this, Brenda in the building. The reason why I say this is because you watch MDM live streams. I got to say this. They communicate to the camera like this, but they don't see you. They're talking like this, yada, yada, bullshit. Well, here, I'm looking at this screen right here, this screen right here, and that screen over there. I have all these screens in here, which, by the way, I'm going to get the camera here tomorrow, I think, and try to show you guys a whole tour of what we got going on. But when we do that, I want you guys to see what I'm looking at. I have a big-ass screen with all the messages of you guys coming in, and I can read it right here. Like right now, Nathan, Jay Warren, Phil Montana, Lisa, Lala, Candy, everyone right now, I can see all your messages coming in, and I greatly appreciate you. And that is why this is important to me, and that's why our community is growing so damn fast. So listen, if you're watching live right now, tomorrow morning, be here at 10 a.m. live. We have a big topic tomorrow. Do not miss it. Tomorrow morning, we'll be live right here talking some shit. and I want you guys to be able to call in. So make sure, if you're watching live right now, that you have the opportunity to call in. If you have a computer or you have a laptop, make sure you get that set up. By the way, salute Ray. You got it right here. You met a family and us. We're all here for you. Everyone in the building. Everybody put Ray in the chat. Show him some love right now. Put R-E-Y in the chat right now. Show some love in the chat right now. Let them know that we welcome all the beautiful people that are joining us for the first time. This is a community. Everyone that comes in here, so you guys understand that this isn't just me talking. I'm seeing everybody in the building right now. All you guys in the chat. By the way, Hammer Time, I got your message. I had to confirm that was you on Instagram. I had to make sure because I'm sending money over to you. People in the chat, yes. When we hit 100 likes on our platform every day, we spin the wheel. We'll be doing that first thing tomorrow, 100%. And when I sign off, make sure you leave a message on this video. I greatly appreciate that. That helps out our channel, helps us grow. You can become a subscriber. You can also join the Mason Mob. That's $1 a month. You can join. You can hang out with us any given time. And then on top of that, people watching live, if you have Instagram, Brandon Mason Show, go on Instagram, Brandon Mason Show, and add me on there. In my profile, it says Mason Mob. Add that. I'm only accepting 300 people in that, and then it closes out for a while. So make sure you go on Instagram right now if you have it. Type Brandon Mason Show, follow me, and in the profile it says Mason Mob. Click that and join. That is free, and I'm only accepting 300 people in there so we can communicate there. It makes it a lot easier on a daily basis. All love to you beautiful people. Mike Hernandez in the building. We're getting ready to sign off. I appreciate you popping in to say hi. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning right here at 10 a.m. Refresh your screens in about 15 seconds when I sign off and leave a message on this video. See you guys tomorrow morning. Have a great rest of your day, and make sure you guys are safe. See you guys soon.
I just want to say that. I have an announcement coming Wednesday.
Tease?
We just in your world,
Wednesday.
I say.
Absolutely.
In your world.
No,
There we
it don't
go.
stop.
All right, Stephen A. You heard Monica, don't stop, or you said it. You hinted at a big announcement earlier this week. What news do you have for us?
That man to your left, he can't escape me. I'm returning to Sports Talk Radio on Sirius XM, Mad Dog Sports Radio. I signed a